Welcome to the DuGar podcast, man. DJ Crystill, like in Crystal, like
There we
Chris.
go.
Okay. So, like, man, how have you been surviving, or how have you been dealing with this quarantine? Like, what have you been doing to like keep your mind like level, man?
Um, lots of praying. Um, uh, yeah. As far as business goes, um, it's really been kind of crazy because I've gotten more clients and more opportunities right now, which doesn't make sense at all for like the industry and what I'm doing. But I've
Yeah.
I've made more gigs, you could say. Like I've landed more right now than I ever have in the past 3 years of doing this. So I don't know. I'm just happy it's happening. I'm like, I don't know why there's a rhyme or a reason behind it. Just a lot of people are getting married in 2020, so that's pretty good for me.
That gotta be a beautiful thing, man. Like to see that increase, and then like for you to be doing like weddings. I wonder if the situation with the way the world going got people like ready to commit faster and get married and start that family or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're like,
That'd be a
well, I
good.
want to get married before I die.
Yeah. Kind of rush right into. Now I don't want to say rush. Let me not say rush, but kind of advance a little quicker than they may have planned. But for okay, so as far as for the business, like what got you into DJing, man? Like I found that, like I myself, I did music when I was younger. I still dib and dab every once in a while or whatnot, and I know how like it could be certain little things that get you influenced. Like for me, it was kind of like my dad asking me like rhyming words, and I'm like, man, what you using? You're like, oh, I'm writing the song right now. So like that kind of piqued my interest, and then just the journey of hip hop and everything. But like, what got you interested into DJing, man? Like, what opened that window for you?
Um, Actually, for me, it wasn't the music at all. It's kind of weird for like a lot of I wouldn't really say I'm a performer because I don't really make music.
Okay.
Um, I would say I'm more on the level of trying to offer an experience. So I try to focus more on like the special effects side, uh, trying to make it feel more like a concert, honestly, than just mixing and having the big turntables and stuff like that. But I would say the biggest thing that got me into it was uh, I was always kind of interested in like lighting. Like if you ask my parents, dude, like we'd go to Six Flags and like those lightsabers that you would get.
Yeah.
Like, dude, every single time I would beg for one of those things just because I just had a weird fascination with lights. Um, so anyways, like fast forward like till like 3 years ago, and now I purchased like some DJ lights because I found out that like, oh, you can program them and stuff like that. So it was just kind of like a little hobby that I had, where I was just like programming some lights on the side, making them do cool stuff. And then it just kind of got bigger and bigger, and then I got mover lights and then fog machines, uh, and then it got to a point where my dad was just like, why don't you like get some speakers together, like get a nice mixing board and start a business and make a business out of it. So, and I was like, I guess I never really thought about that. Um, but yeah, so then I purchased my first set of speakers. I'm on my like second/third-ish pair of speakers because I'm literally figuring it out as I go. So I kind of like what I got going on right now, but it could be a little bit better still.
So
Um, I'm never satisfied, but
I know the feeling, man. I ran through a few laptops trying to figure out how to keep my, I guess, well, if you know these terms, then you know what I'm talking about. The bandwidth and the latency, like
yeah,
even so it won't like what I'm doing won't overwork the processor and everything. But then I
yeah,
have found out, man, you just gotta pay for it. You gotta pay that money for that i7 or that i9 processor or whatever processor you use that's high end that's gonna help you, do what you gotta do. But so like So you say you was fascinated with the lighting and the effects. So do that mean that when you do events, you work as like a team with somebody, or do you do like the music mixing also?
So I do both really. I kind of got a new lighting setup that I need to be more on it with. And it's more of a what's the word I'm looking for? Like you really need to operate it manually a lot more to really make the effects line up. But you can automate it as well. But yeah, it's a little bit of both, honestly. I could set it all up that I could be sitting at a table like across the whole dance floor area, even far away from my equipment, and I could change everything from my phone. So it's gotten pretty advanced in the industry, and there's a lot of equipment that you can have that can just make it super easy um, to just do all that stuff.
So like, what was the funnest event that you ever held? Cause like I've been to when I was a security guard at Miller Park back when it was Miller Park, and they had this color run, bro. And I say like it was one of the most magnificent things I've ever seen in my life. Like, but I wasn't a part, I wasn't running or anything, but I was like securing the premises. At the end, they had like a DJ show or whatever, and like they had countdowns where they'll throw all the colors in the air, man, and like everybody's just like raving, like people on shoulders, all this color come down, they get covered with it. I'm like, man, you see some of the colors, fly off in the air. I'm like, man, like this is amazing. Like, but for you, what would you say like was one of your like most fun events that you ever hosted or been a part of?
Um, I would say there's a group actually out of my church. They're called Tierza Fest, and they're starting uh, like downtown. They're starting like a home for single moms. So they're trying to raise money so that they can take in single moms and stuff like that. So it's super cool, and it's like for such a great like purpose and stuff like that. And so they were having a festival to raise money for that. And they wanted me to bring in my sound system because they
That's
actually had a
awesome.
lot of performers and stuff like that. So I actually ended up not being a DJ, but I ended up just mixing for bands the whole day, which was
Oh,
kind
that's
of
what's
cool.
up. So
So
like,
it
was
was
that how
kind of fun.
different was that? My bad, my bad. How different was that though?
Um, oh, quite a bit, quite a bit. It's quite a bit when you're just like when you go from just playing music, like you basically. I have like a board that has like 14 faders on it, so like
Yeah.
14 different channels. I had to use like all of them for that event. Whereas like a normal event, I would have like maybe two
Oh
faders that
man.
I'm actually using, and that's like including my microphone. So it's
Okay.
like, yeah.
So man, like that's a lot of work. So like for an event, how much time does it take for you to like prepare and like get everything like to the way you want it and the way the client may want it?
Yeah, honestly, all the clients I've had are pretty chill. I know like a lot of businesses and companies will be like, "Oh, there's always that one guy," or something
Yeah.
like that, where it's like that guy just comes in to just piss everybody off. But
Yeah.
it's but it's I really haven't had honestly all my clients have been really great, and they don't really make me. I haven't had a client that's like, "Oh, move everything over there after it's all set up," like that.
Yeah.
Um, but honestly, like it takes probably about if I'm doing the lights and everything, probably about 2 hours. I want at least to make sure that everything's good.
Okay. And then so like how like so if somebody wanted to book you for a wedding, how much time would you need in advance? Could you like come on the fly like 48 hours ahead, like man, my other DJ canceled, I need you to show up? Or is it like, man, no, you know what, I need at least a day so I can, see what kind of crowd I'm working with or what kind of vibes y'all giving me or what y'all want.
Yeah. I would say I definitely want time. If you're watching this podcast and you're like, oh, I need a DJ in the next 2 days, give me a call. but still, it might be a little bit of a crunch. So definitely, if you have an event that you know is happening, definitely call. If it's not me, call somebody else and let them know, because it's the most stressful thing to get all this stuff together and possibly put together a playlist, and it's just a lot of work, man. If it's like last second, but I would say typically, like, if it's like before and I have like maybe like a week, I could probably do it. I really don't like to do anything quicker than that, because that means typically if it's that fast of an event, fast pace, then you kind of know how the event's gonna go as well. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's like, do I dodge a bullet, or
Yeah, man, don't want to put your reputation on the line like that, man.
right? Because
like,
otherwise you're stressing, you're throwing stuff together, and then nobody looks good. Nobody.
Somebody's complaining about the baked beans in the back, like, man, like, this event sucks, and you up there doing your job, like, I feel you, like, you're gonna know, like, man, if you got me at the last minute, you probably got something else going on at the last minute also.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, what would be a dream gig for you? Like, have you ever thought, like, I mean, outside of you may want to host your own big event or whatever, is there any like stage that you want to like grace, like Coachella or anything like that?
I would say my dream for my business would be to grow it into like an actual business. I want to be the guy who's sitting at the desk and then has maybe like 5 sets of this like equipment, and then can shoot out people in different directions to go to different gigs. I really want to. That's more my dream, I would say, than really becoming a performer, so to speak, with it. So I would say, instead of like my dream gig, I would say my dream is to make it a business.
So you be able to like coordinate and direct, like where
for sure.
other DJs or help other DJs come up and get their names out there and build yours at the same time. I could rock with that, man. I feel like, that's no different than, if you had a dream of being a rapper or whatever, you might want to grow your own label, you know what I'm saying, where have your own little artists of under you. And, if you ain't able to go to Connecticut because you're in California, you can send one of your artists and they get the same kind of feeling or whatever, because they know that person associated with you, so they know what to expect. I feel that's a great mindset to have, bro. Is there any DJs that you like look at right now that you like I could say study probably, or just find inspiration through like their come up or their backstory or whatever?
Yeah. I don't know if there's any that really like I can think of off the top of my head, but Instagram, just a lot of the stuff that people post on Instagram is really inspiring to me, and I really enjoy like looking at the equipment and what people are doing to kind of switch it up, and what people are buying, and because I guess in my neck of the woods with this, it's kind of more like, what can you offer the client?
Okay.
I found out like earlier on that like it seems like a lot of people wanna, they want to hear their favorite songs at their events. They want to hear that sort of stuff, and I guess that's kind of what strayed me away from like even wanting to be an artist, because I was like, well, I don't know if anybody's gonna want me to come in and bring in just my music that I just made. I feel like people are gonna like, for their parties, they're gonna want to hear like the mainstream stuff. So yeah, I would say, does that really answer your question? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, because like I feel like you're more of a learner. Like if you can grab from over here, or grab from over there, or grab from over there, that's what you're gonna do. It doesn't mean like you're gonna watch Marshmello and see like what's Marshmello doing. Okay, he's doing this. I'm gonna take notes. Like, so I feel what you're saying. Like when as an artist or as a rapper or whatever, like them times like do come where you're not really even listening to anybody else's music, but you may be listening to other people's stories, and you might come up with some music based off of other people's stories or whatever. And it don't be like, oh man, they're talking about shaking butt, or these people over here talking about falling in love, or these people talking about dying. That's the new wave. Let me write. It just be something that really just come from the core of you. And it's great that you got like that futuristic mindset where you like, how could I advance my business? Let me try this route first before I try to like insert myself in there, because, you know, people do like to go with what's popular, man. Let's just be honest. That mainstream, that radio music, you know, they like that, you know. So what's your plans for this summer, man? I know you said you had some weddings lined up, but like what's your plans? Like any vacations or school or anything?
I do have a lot of weddings. I honestly at this point I think it's all the way to October. I at least have like 2 weddings a month, which is like
Dang,
that's like
bro.
what's up.
Because that is what's up, man.
So no, I love it, man. Like I said, I have no idea where this business is coming from, if I'm just being real. But yeah, besides that, me and my family, we like to go on vacations a lot, so hopefully we'll get in some of those. We're oh boy, here I'm about to expose myself. We're like roller coaster people. We're really theme park people. So
Hey, nothing's wrong with
all about
being
that.
ain't nothing wrong with being a roller coaster family, man. You know,
That's what I'm saying, man.
gotta have fun, man. Life already take you through ups and downs, you know.
Right. Gotta do it in a real way.
Yeah, man. Just have fun with it, man. You know. But
Yeah.
yeah, you said y'all plan on taking some vacation parties to some theme parks, and what else?
Yeah. Well, if those ever open up, I mean, it's not looking too hot so far.
Hey, I did forget about that. I'm not gonna lie. I did.
Yeah. So who knows? Honestly, I'm not putting my money on anything to happen this summer. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully with everything going on, and maybe people will start forgetting about the coronavirus, and then we can kind of like
Have a little bit more fun out here in this world. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
But go
we'll
ahead,
see.
man. So, man, we gonna wrap it up, man. You want to let people know where they can email, find you at, you know?
Yeah. Also, I just want to note one more thing.
Okay.
If you're starting your own business, if you're wanting to do something like this, buy your own equipment. Spend the money, bite the bullet, buy all your own equipment, because trust me, I haven't ever rented anything. And I know like this is my hobby before it was my business, so I had stuff first. But yes, buy your own equipment. It's gonna suck in the moment, but you're gonna save a lot of money when you can just do your events or do your business, and you don't have to worry about monthly payments or renting or anything like that. So that's also one thing that I was like, ooh, I gotta mention that. So yeah. But Instagram, Facebook, and I just started a Twitter. Dude, I don't like Twitter, but
Hey, Twitter is fast, bro. It's fast and it's recent. Like, so
yeah,
it's like hard to keep up with, man. You'll get lost in everything. But you
yeah.
said Instagram and you said Facebook, Instagram.
Yep. And then it's Crystill DJ, and it'll be that logo. So
Okay, I'll make sure I put your tags on the flyer when we drop this. And
hey,
man, you know, it's nice talking to you, man. Like, met you this year, man. You was a good guy when I met you, man. First day,
yeah.
we had a lot of laughs and everything, man. You know, you coming back in the fall? You going back in the fall?
Oh yeah, yep. I got I think 5 classes left.
Okay.
And then I have like two more that I gotta take in spring.
Oh yeah,
Um,
so we'll be in the same graduation class, man. That'll be
oh yeah, man.
awesome,
Let's
bro.
go.
We gotta do something, man. But I'm gonna make sure I reach out to you, man. I might need your services myself, and you know,
Yeah.
make sure I put your information the flyer and everything, man. But
yeah, and I got you too. Just let me know when the video's posted. I'll put it on everything I got. So
man, that's what's up, man. Nice talking to you, bro, man. We'll chop it up later, man.
Yep, sounds good. See you, man.
All right, man.